So look, once you scale the business past like $50 to $100,000 a month, you start thinking about how can I automate onboarding, basically streamline as many tasks as possible, and most people overcomplicate it. And I was actually just talking to one of my consulting clients who do about $200,000 a month with their agency, and they're extremely lean, which means they're very profitable, super skilled guys. But we were going through and they're showing me their kind of Monday.com breakdown of how they have these like pipelines and management stuff. They kind of way overcomplicated everything. And so what we kind of simplified it down to is like, first of all, let's not add things that are not necessary. For example, I can set up external tracking softwares for certain clients so we can track a 3-week conversion cycle using separate pixels and click IDs and things like that. But for a lot of my clients, if they're spending less than $30K a month, which, a decent portion are, then we're just going to use simple conversions API with the Metapixel setup. Why? Because we don't want to overcomplicate things that aren't necessary. And so I basically told them the same thing. And so what we're having them put their time and energy into is, one, streamlining a lot of the processes they already have in place. But two, we're essentially trying to duplicate them. They already have a CSM, and what we're basically going to do is get her trained up on all of their processes. So she's going to be on Zoom with them for 8 hours a day, basically over the shoulder learning via proxy. And this is one of the most valuable things I've seen within my own businesses, is getting someone who's a team member, and basically if they're not fully stacked with tasks right now, just having them follow you around and shadow you 24/7. Because they're going to pick up so many different tasks. And what's cool is at a certain point, 1 or 2 weeks in, you're going to be like, hey, I want you to do this, this, and this on Go High Level. Do you need me to show you how to do that? Oh, no, I saw you do that last week. I'm good. And they're going to be able to start to take more initiative and start to come up with ideas on their own. They're going to understand the full system. What you're essentially going to get at a certain point, you want to do this with the right person, right? Not someone who's planning on leaving in 1 or 2 months. But you're eventually going to have someone who's an entrepreneur for your business, who has basically business owner level knowledge and experience, but is happily coming along as an employee where they don't have to manage with the stress and all the headache that comes with running a business. And so one, they're super happy, but two, now you have someone who knows literally everything just as well as you do. And it's one of the best hacks to be able to just scale exponentially. You basically have another pair of hands. You're able to double your time. So if you were able to work 7 days a week, now with them, you're able to work 14. So if you don't already have that, get an executive assistant, have them shadow you 24/7. And you can even get someone from South Africa. They're relatively inexpensive compared to US rates. And you can pay them very well in their own currency. They'll be very successful, very wealthy there. And they can be a fantastic team member. It's one of the best investments you will ever make.